Hello everybody, welcome to my videos. My name's Jamie from Ossc Games. Today we're doing an unboxing video. Okay, so 3 weeks ago I bought myself the Ossc, which stands for an open source scan converter. I bought it from Amazon for £150. Now I've been doing the channel for 4 years, very nearly 5, and during that time mostly I've been using for game capturing is the Elgato HD60, which is brilliant. It cost me £100. So yes, doing the channel is quite expensive. 3 years ago I bought this one. This is a rock shell which has never actually been out of its box. I bought this one on eBay, but I bought it originally as a capturing of the camcorder, not actually for gaming footage. But yeah, turns out I was actually using a Logitech as my webcam, so I did actually use it. How much I paid for that one I don't know, about £50, something like that. Now quite recently I bought this one. This is a 4K, which I did do a video on it, and this is a new 4K Ultra HD USB 3.0 HDMI video capture. Again, it was Amazon and it was about £50, something like that. It was good, but it had lots of problems. But anyway, we're going to move on to the next level. Okay, I love the box. The box is superb, but this is literally how I received it. And it wasn't in the box, it wasn't wrapped up, it wasn't in a jitty bag or anything like that. They literally just whacked a label on the back of it and sent it on its way. So yeah, I wasn't overly impressed with that. And also, when I've stuck the label, I can't actually see half the description. So I'm going to try and take this label off so at least I can read it to you. But anyway, hopefully it's going to be good. And also, it includes a remote control. That's one of them. That was the worst one, but there's still more. There's more stickers on this box than the Panini football sticker book. Superb! Want to see a party trick? Remote, box. Look at that. See? Unbelievable. There you go. Right, let's open up the box. But now we can actually see what it actually contains. It's finally here. The ultimate lag-free retro gaming line doubler and processor hit the market. Now there's an affordable way to use your retro consoles on your PC monitor or TV in perfect quality. No more bad upscaling, no more interlaced artifacts, no more high input lag. The Ossc is a dream for retro gamers and collectors. There we go. So there we go, another remote to lose. But anyway, my Brienza, I wonder if it's got a setting that after 4 hours will turn itself off. I hope not. Yeah. So the way I'm going to do this video is probably going to be quite similar to how I did the video based on this. I'm going to try out some systems, try out a few games, and we'll compare the two. But also, we're going to be using the Elgato. But I think for a starting point, we're going to start with the Amiga. So this is my HD video converter. This is what I use for capturing Amiga. It's brilliant. I've got two of them. And like the Ossc, it also has a SCART cable connector. So it has the SCART input, the HDMI input, and the ports for plugging in the power supply. It has the power light on the back, the HDMI output, the audio jack for your headphones, also a coaxial, and 3 buttons, one for the SCART HD, one for the 720 1080p, and one for the PAL NTSC. So on the back we've got the SCART input as well as the red, green and blue inputs. On the side we have the VGA, on the other side we have the AV out, and of course on this side we have the screen. So anyway, let's plug it in. Okay, for a starting point, I'm going to fire up the Amiga and play one game using the HD video converter using 1080p, and then we're going to move over to the Ossc and we'll compare the two.com. There you go, why not? Let's start things off with a little bit of Rough and Tumble. Superb game. A bit of platformer, it's a good place to start. But anyway, this is with the Elgato, and we're using the HD video converter, what I was using with originally. Okay, rough and ready. This is Rough and Tumble on Amiga, superb game. Right, I'm using the Elgato HD60 and also using the HD video converter. So basically, I'm using what I normally would use. Now, I've been using this Elgato for so long, but of course the Elgato has been known to have a slight delay. About a second or two. But yeah, it's been there since day one, so I kind of got used to it. But yes, if I'm streaming, then yes, there will be a little bit of delay. So what I'm going to try and do now is do a little test. A little bit like the one I did earlier in my channel with the game capture video. We're going to test out the lag. But anyway, I'm trying to get to a point where there's nothing shooting at me. But anyway, it's a brilliant game. Never actually finished it, but it's a long game though. There's no time limit, which is fantastic. But anyway, basically, you've got to try and recover your marbles. So, hopefully it looks okay, hopefully it sounds okay. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is jump, basically. But I'll let you know when I do it. And I'm going to be using the zipstick joystick. So basically, press up on the joystick, now. So yeah, quite a delay. Now. Now. So yeah, quite a lot. Same with the firing. Basically, everything is going to be a few seconds delay. So firing now. Firing forwards. Firing backwards. And firing up. So yeah. Big delay. So what we're going to try and do now, I'll plug in the Ossc. And I know what the outcome's going to be. There's going to be absolutely zero lag. So I'm going to be really impressed with it. But also, I'm intrigued to see how well it improves the quality of the game. If it does improve the quality of the game. I'm hoping so. But anyway, let's get to the exit. We've got all our marbles, got additional life. Pow. So, we'll move over to the Ossc. Bonus, coin bonus, health bonus, death bonus. There we go. Okay, it's fired up. I'm assuming that is the correct screen. I'm assuming that's what we're supposed to see. It also does come with an instruction manual, which is fantastic. So I'm going to have a look at that in a moment. Right, I've lost the... Okay, I've actually lost the remote already. I don't know where I've put it. It could be anywhere. Oh. It's going to take some getting used to, I know, because it's not actually too far off the size of my TV remote. So anyway, right. Rather than complicated video processor, the Ossc is designed to process individual scan lines in real time. Because of this, the unit can convert between 15 kHz video that retro consoles output and the 31 kHz video that modern displays work best with, whilst only developing a new microsecond of input lag. Connecting your Ossc. Right. Ensure the PSU is turned on at the wall, then power on your Ossc using the power switch. The LCD of the front of the unit should light up and display the current firmware version, as shown in the picture above. A letter A after the firmware version indicates in audio capturing firmware. Switch will display to the correct input. If everything works correctly, a grey test card pattern should appear. Good. It's working then. Okay, it's fired it up. We are now using the Ossc, capturing it on the Elgato HD60. I'm not using scan lines. I haven't done any firmware updates. I've just gone for the absolute basics here. But anyway, so far, so good. Okay, rough and ready. Rough and tumble. This time, running through the Elgato HD60 and the Ossc. Now, I've had a bit of a read through the instruction book, but I've not done much in terms of settings, that sort of thing. Nothing singing or dancing at the moment of time. Just gone for the absolute basics here. But anyway, it looks brilliant. It really does look good. But the lag is still in place. But again, I need to read through the instruction book and find out why. But anyway, we'll do a quick test to get to a safe situation and we'll go for it. But it looks great. It sounds great. As it looks from your sides. So, kill all these enemies with our laser. Okay. Collect those coins. Collect those marbles. Okay, boom. Brilliant. Right, we'll go for a lag test. So again, using my zip stick, we're going to test out the jumping. So, jumping. Now. Now. And finally now. Okay, wait for his bullets to recharge. Firing forward now. Firing back now. And firing up now. Right, so again, there is a little bit of a lag there, but again, I have not read all the instruction book, but I'll do it now. But anyway, looks superb. Let's put the scan lines in place. Okay, just click of a button. I don't know if you can see it, I don't know. But anyway, scan lines are in place now. Whether it's capturing it, I don't know. But it looks so good, you can just see them. But anyway, what we'll do is we'll try a game that has a much lighter screen and hopefully it will stand out. But it looks so good. We've got to solve this lag. There's so many settings. Of course, there's firmware updates, not done any of that. Just gone for the basics here. But there we go, boom, pow. It looks so good. It really does look good. So, I'm going to read through the book once again, and we'll do another test. Okay, boss battle time. I'm still using the Ossc. It looks superb, it really does. However, I can't seem to solve the lag problem. I do wonder if it is down to the Elgato HD60. I do think so. However, it's not the end of the world. It really isn't. It's not a big deal if I can't solve it. I just want to make it look good, perform well. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is move over to a shoot 'em up. We need something that's continuously scrolling because shoot 'em up is what I tend to have the biggest problem with. But anyway, defeated the boss. I'm going to move over to another game. There we go. That's rough and tumble. Brilliant game. There we go, Silkworm, copyright 1988, Tecmo Limited, produced by Sales Curve Limited, programmed by Random Access. Brilliant game. Right, we've moved back to the HD video converter. If you're wondering how I'm doing this is actually a spare. This one actually needs to be fixed. Right, we need a continuously scrolling screen, and luckily this game has one. So we're going to let the rolling demo roll. We'll have one of them as the Ossc, and have one as the HD video converter. Okay, so the game is a Silkworm. Now I'm capturing this on the Elgato HD60 with standard quality. And of course, the Ossc is now in place. It looks absolutely outstanding on my TV, it really does. Now normally when I capture Amiga, I do mostly use standard quality, sometimes 720, and the occasional time 1080, but not very often. It's normally standard. Now I'm doing something that I've never actually tried before. It's a trial. I've actually reduced the resolution to the lowest it can go. Now it's running at 640 by 480. I'm trying to solve the mystery of the dropped frames. I'm trying to make these scrolling shoot 'em ups run and look so much better and scroll so much more smoothly. And no bobbling screens, which is what they tend to do, which is quite well known for the Elgato. I can't solve the lag problem, that's not a big deal. I did wonder if it's down to the Elgato. But the scrolling issue might be solved if I do that. So yeah, let me know in the comments box below. Running at a much lower resolution, does that solve it? Does it make it run better? I hope so. But anyway, let's put some scan lines in place. All it takes is a little button. There we go. The scan lines are now in place. Again, let me know in the comments box below if you like it with or without. What do you prefer? But yeah, I'm hoping that's going to solve it because scrolling shoot 'em ups have always been a problem when capturing it. But more so on other systems, more so on other games. It's absolutely bizarre. I can't solve it. But anyway, it's a test. Anyway, boss battle, bring it on. Let's go. It looks so good. And this game is superb. It's a classic. Love it. There we go, with a pow. Can't solve the lag though. Okay, one more test. So what I've done now is I put it back to what it was. So it's not all guns blazing, it's not all singing, all dancing. It's now running at 1920 by 1080 resolution. So that's what it was before. Still running at standard quality though, capturing the Elgato HD60 with the Ossc. So what I'm expecting that to do is maybe make it scroll worse. So I do wonder, if you've got a high resolution, whether that is what's causing it not to scroll nicely. Reducing the quality, the resolution, might make it run smoothly. I don't know. I don't know. Also, scan lines will be removed and put back in on a much lighter screen. And again, feedback is what I'm after, so let me know. I think it looks really, really good. With the scan lines or without the scan lines. Yes, I think this lag is going to be there throughout if I continue to using the Elgato HD60. And the reason why I think that is the case is because I'm going to try out another game capture, and that one I've already proved in the past, which does have zero lag. So I just think it's just the Elgato. It's not designed to have no lag. So yeah. It performs so well, but there's absolutely zero lag on the TV. There's nothing. Nothing at all. Anyway, I'm a boss. Now, there we go. Over to another bonus about using the Ossc is that horrible box that keeps appearing here. That's something that's always appeared on the HD video converter. Anyway, next game. There we go. Next up, Banshee. Superb game. Let's try it out on AGA. And this is going to be using the HD video converter for the starting point, and then we'll move over to the Ossc. Okay, so the game, this is Banshee on Amiga. This is a superb game, and this is the AGA version, and I'm capturing it with the Elgato HD60 and the Ossc. No grid lines in place, just keeping it simple, and hopefully it's not too dark. Now, on the TV, it looks absolutely crystal clear. No faults with it whatsoever. It's nice and smooth and responsive. It's brilliant. The lag, there isn't any lag. There's no lag whatsoever on the TV, but unfortunately, I can't match it on the PC. So unfortunately you can't see it like I'm seeing it, but it's only a fraction now, it's not much. But anyway, it's brilliant, I cannot fault it. But in the future I am going to experiment with a few other things. The Elgato I'll be changing, but it's pricey. But also I'm going to experiment a little bit more with upscalers. But then you're probably thinking with the Ossc you're not going to need one, but in some systems I can't capture on the Ossc. But the particular one I'm using, the HD upscaler, I've been doing a little bit of research, and some people are saying it's really, really good, and some people are saying it's actually the worst one you can get on the market. But I don't think it's that bad. But again, it's all about what people prefer, what people like the most, what people dislike the most. But, you know, I've been using it pretty much from the start, and it's not really giving me many problems. It's really good. But there's no harm in looking around, trying other things. Again, just trying to make videos look a bit nicer. Perform better. But anyway, this game is brilliant by core design, but it's crying out for in-game music. It doesn't have any in-game music, not even boss battle music, but it needs it, desperately needs it. But take nothing away from the game, it's absolutely outstanding, really good. Now this is actually a game that I have completed, but only on the easy setting. I've never actually completed it on normal. But if you're going from easy to normal, it's quite a big jump in difficulty. But to get the true ending, you've got to complete it on hard, which is going to take some serious doing. Now, you do get weapon upgrades, but not as often as other games. It takes some time, you do get there eventually. But what I love about it is shoot-em-ups are very much well known for losing weapons when you die. But this game, you can actually prevent it. But you've got to collect these build-up icons, which is basically an icon with a B on it, which is located on the left next to your energy, which at the moment I've got 3 of them. If you've got 3 of them, you don't lose any weapons when you die. The only thing you do lose when you die is one of your build-up icons. So it takes it down from 3 to 2, pick up 1 more, and again, you're safe. Providing you've got additional lives, of course. But yeah, if you only had 2 build-up icons and you die, you'll lose weapons, but not as much if you only had 1. So yeah, just keep you on your toes. But anyway, again, it's brilliant. And not only does it only have 4 levels are very long, and also you do get midway bosses, and they just look and perform so well. And some enemies will provide you with weapons, and some things on the ground, like crates or barrels, or maybe even a lighthouse will give you additional weapons. But eventually we will get there. But anyway, Pow, superb. It looks absolutely outstanding. Cannot fault it. Banshee. Okay, boss battle time. I have to admit, this is quite a difficult boss. You have this swinging mace. What makes it difficult is the fact that, yeah, if it hits you, yeah, it's going to knock some sense into you. But you've got to keep moving from left to right, whatever the case may be. The trouble is, this will also move with you. It will follow you. It will track you down. So you've got to be in the right place at the right time. And also you've got to try and plan ahead where you think it's going to go. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But anyway, it's a really nice touch. Yeah, this game doesn't have many levels. 4, I believe. Now, you do get a few midway bosses along the way, and then you get a big boss at the end. But it's a really nice touch. And this can be a difficult boss. Oh, that was pretty decent. I'm really happy with that. I don't think I took 1 single hit. That was brilliant. There we go, Pow! Level 1 complete. There you go, why not? I've got to see what this game looks like on Ossc, just have to do it. Scan lines. No scan lines. Scan lines. No scan lines. There you go, again, with or without scan lines. What is better? What is better? Okay, it's the game. This is Shadowbeast. Yes, I know, I'm going the wrong way. I know that. But I just have to see how it looks, how it performs with the Ossc. And it looks so good. I've left the grid lines in place. The scan lines, it's superb. And what I love about it is, even though I can't solve the lag when capturing it on the PC. I don't know if it's actually solvable. Not the Elgato anyway. But there's always been a slight delay, and it's only slight on the TV normally, but not anymore. When I press that fire button down, there's no delay whatsoever with this TV. It's an instant punch. As soon as I press it, he punches. In this game, you need to punch very, very quickly. You need really, really quick reactions. And with an Ossc, you're going to get exactly what you want. It performs so well. It is just fantastic. It's so smooth. There's no hesitation here. There's no problems here. It looks so good. It performs so well. You definitely need it in a game like this because every punch is making its target. And when he turns around, you know, there's no delay. It's just an instant thing. I mean, the game is still as hard as nails, but of course, I've proved it quite a few times that I can finish it. But it's so much more enjoyable playing it with no lag. But yeah, unfortunately, I can't solve it on the PC. I just don't think the Elgato HD6 is up for the challenge. But my lord, this is brilliant, absolutely outstanding, and it sounds absolutely amazing on my headphones. I don't know about the scroll though, I don't know how well it's scrolling, but again, the scroll is not an issue on the TV, that is for sure. Anyway, we've got 11 lives, I'm really pleased with that. So, I'm going to go to the castle. Bear in mind, I can't exit the castle, I don't have a key. But I was never going to go that far anyway. I just wanted to see how well it performed, how well it looked, how well it sounded. And I'm blown away. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And this game, even though it's not to everyone's taste, every time I play it, whether I win, lose or draw, I absolutely love it. And this is the best it's looked for a long time. Really good. Fantastic. Got here 11 lives. I'm really happy with that. That is superb. But I will never be able to complete the game from here. I don't have any keys. But anyway, how many people did this in the old days? I'm sure we all did it when we first got here. We went into the castle. Who knew about getting a torch or a light? We didn't know. Yeah. Here we go, we're inside the castle. I remember it so well. Memories, treasure them. Me and my brother got here eventually, and we wasn't expecting this. We kept thinking, what on earth is going on here? We had no idea that you had... I managed to punch him in the dark. We had no idea that you needed a torch. So we didn't get very far. How far can I get? But anyway, as a result of that, that lost me quite a lot of lives. Grab the light, it's easier. But there we go. Superb. Shadowbeast. Next on the list, Limit Armor Lights. Why not? It's a shoot 'em up, of course. But anyway, we're running on the Ossc. Let's see how this one performs. Okay, so the game is Armor Lights. Another superb game, but this one I've never finished before. It's difficult. Right from the go, it's difficult. Now, I've owned this game for so long as a box version. In fact, I've got 2 box versions in my collection. But yeah, it's difficult. Right from the go. And in the old days, it was very rare I got past this first level. Now, I can get past the first level pretty much every single time I play it. But the second level, however, is a completely different story. It gets me pretty much every single time. 9 times out of 10, the first few moments of the level, it's the same bit that gets me every time. And when you lose all your weapons, it's good like Vienna. Trouble is, losing 1 life loses all your weapons. And it takes quite some time to get them back again. But anyway, this is on the Ossc. I've taken away the grid lines. It's gone for the basics. So how's it look? I have to admit, looking back on it, when I was editing, Banshee was a little bit dark. So yeah, even though I did change it, I didn't do it enough, really. But anyway, it's all about performance. And it's another continuously scrolling shoot 'em up. So how does it look? How's it performing? What's the frame rate like? Can't really sort of see at the moment of time how it's performing on the PC, but yeah, this is one of those games you can't really sort of take your eyes off of it. Now this one has midway bosses, and at the moment of time we've got 2 lives, and of course you do get a beam in this one like you would do in R-Type by holding the fire button down. Right, midway boss, shoot him in the eye socket. I tend to use the beam, it's the safer way of doing it, but watch out for those tentacles. Sometimes that gets me, sometimes it doesn't. But anyway, so far so good. And you also do get power-ups that make your bullets stronger. And normally, one weapon will cancel out something else, so you can't keep the side shot as well as this. But anyway, another reason why I picked this one is, again, because it's brilliant, that it's continuously scrolling, but also there are a few sections we go through a bit of a sped-up sequence. So it'll be nice to see how that performs. But again, it's brilliant. And of course, this one and the C64 version, same title, but completely different games. But both absolutely superb, though. Now, this is a tactic I tend to do. Been doing it for years. It works. Keep it as far right as you possibly can, but not too far right as you fly into a wall. But you want to try and avoid these drips. Right, anyway, take one stage at a time. But yeah, in the old days, this level pretty much always got me. Now, I can get through it most of the time without dying. Just don't jinx it, Jamie. And also, learn where the enemies appear from. Learn their weaknesses. Blast our way through. Superb. Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, I've owned it for years. Bought it from Folkestone in Kent. The same day I bought Final Fight. Yeah, I've owned it for years. Right, this is the bit which speeds up. So, first things first, I'm going to pick up another icon to make me faster. Right, I believe it's down, up, down, middle. Something like that, anyway. It's quite easy to forget. Then it goes up, middle. Superb. We're on the boss. I love the music. It is superb. Right, its weaknesses is those 4 orange balls in the middle. Now, there are some areas you're safe. There's not much, but with this weapon, it should be doable. Yes, it'll take some time. You could also use the beam. This is another safe way of doing it, but I think this is even safer. But again, no energy bars on boss battles. We have 59,000 exactly, and we ended up with 2 lights. I'm losing my voice. Armor light. Just found some masking tape in my headphones. There you go. Can you tell what it is yet? I'll give you a clue. It's a driving game. Yeah. Why not? Let's put a driving game in here and see how it performs with the Ossc. There we go. Little Supercars 2. Brilliant game. Love it. Okay, so the game is Supercars 2 on Amiga. Another superb game. Let's give a driving game a try and see how it performs on the Ossc. Again, no grid lines. You've heard it all before. Now, this is a brilliant game. I have to admit, when I played this in the old days, it was actually at a friend's house. Was the first time I played it. And it's an amazing game. Absolutely superb. But again, hopefully it looks okay with the Ossc. On my TV, it looks absolutely outstanding. So smooth, so responsive. It looks and plays well. But of course, it's not all about how it looks, it's also about how it performs. And again, in terms of drop frames, I don't know how well it's performing. Not sure. But anyway, this game has weapons. And I have to admit, I think this is probably the first driving game that I played in the old days, and certainly heard of at this time, that had weapons in the game. Certainly on the Amiga anyway. I know there was other games on other systems, but on the Amiga, this is the first driving game I played that had weapons. Now, to do a forward missile, you press up. To fire a backwards missile, you press down. But of course, they are limited. And I think I've run out of back missiles. Front ones? Yes, I've run out of front and back. Which is quite rare for me. Normally, I don't tend to use the missiles so early on. Because, of course, they're very expensive. And you're limited how many you can have. But, of course, you want to try and focus on upgrading your car with your winnings from each race. Now, I believe you've got to finish in position 2nd or better to stay in the race. To stay in the league. At the moment of time, I'm in 1st place, which is fantastic. I hope you can stay there. But yeah, getting blown up by other cars is going to change everything. But in this game, you have a damage bar, which again, if it runs completely down, your car is wrecked, and again, you're out of the league altogether. But there we go, superb. So, 1st place, we get £5,000 and 5 points. Winning time, 1 minute 40. Okay, do one more. Again, it looks superb. Right, I've fixed the car. I've also bought a few things. Bought some more front and rear missiles. I've increased its armour and bought an engine. So yeah, that should help. But yes, my car was in quite a bad way. It had a lot of damage. Now, we've got plenty of weapons. One thing I've never actually done in this game, I've never actually used a mine. I have to admit, I don't actually know how you select one. I think you can actually switch between either the missiles or the mine. You can't have both at the same time. But again, you can buy armor in this game, and depending on how much armor you've got, you can actually survive getting blown up by a mine, or maybe even a missile if you're lucky. But yeah, you can also blow up if you are slammed by another car. But again, having more armor should protect you. But anyway, it is brilliant. This is such a good game to play. And this is actually the easier league. I've never actually finished first place in the normal league, and definitely not the hard league. That is a really difficult task to do. But anyway, Jamie, if you need to blow cars up, we've got to do to try and win this race. Don't hit the wall too much. It's going to affect your damage bar. Now, you do not want to be hitting the wall when you're inside a tunnel. It's quite difficult to rectify and get yourself out of there, facing the way you need to go. Bear in mind, at that point, you probably lost so much time. And yet, these cars, yes, they can blow each other up. But yeah, they can also upgrade their cars. You want to get a decent lead, because if you do get blown up, you do lose a lot of time. And that gives the computer a huge helping hand. There you go. Not bad driving, Jamie. Not bad at all. We're not done yet. I think I've run out of missiles. But then missiles are quite expensive. Everything's expensive in this game. Rule number 1, win races. Rule number 2, don't wreck your car. There you go. Again, £5,000 and another 5 points for the collection. But there we go, superb game. Class 2. There you go. Another superb game. We've tried shoot 'em ups, we've tried platforming games, we've tried driving games. Let's see how it performs with a fighting game. Okay, so the game is Shadow Fighter. Another superb game. Let's see how the Ossc performs with a beat 'em up. But anyway, I'm playing as Slam Dunk. At the moment, I'm on the right. I was on the left, not anymore. Probably the only fighter in this game I'm actually good at. But yeah, normally I'll plug in a controller for playing this game, but we're using a zip stick, and that was a perfect. And it looks perfect on my TV. Again, looks so good, performs so well on there. Looks okay from what I can see at the moment of time, but I'm sure I won't notice until the editing stages. But again, looks nice and bright. It's good. Can we get a double perfect? It takes some doing, but it can do it. There you go, double perfect. 50,000 points. Look at that score after the first fight. But anyway, brilliant. Slam Dunk versus Tony. Why not? This stage is shared by 2 characters, Tony and Electra. And judging by the name, all the special moves are based around electricity. Tony, on the other hand, is based around fire. So yeah, he can actually set you on fire, which I've already done once already. There you go, kick to the face. But again, it looks so good. It really does look good. I'm so glad I finally solved how to make this actually brighter, without actually having to make it brighter on the Elgato. But yes, again, reading the instruction book helps. Because lots of this Ossc I wasn't aware of originally. Right, 1 win to Wii, 1 go. Get points for getting the first attack. Can we get a perfect? I'm struggling with the special moves. There we go, perfect, 25,000 points. 2 wins for Slam Dunk, none for Tony. There we go, pretty good. Oh, here we go. Slam Dunk and Toshio. Toshio is my least favourite character in this game. He's great to use, but he's a nightmare to fight because he's so small. Not only is he small, he's fast, he can jump high, and he's just got absolutely crazy over-the-top moves. But the best way, I think, is to keep kicking him repeatedly in his forehead. Because, yeah, because he's so small, lot of attacks, depending on which character you're using, if it's a fireball, it will go straight over his head. But yeah, I think this is the best tactic. I've been doing it quite some time, but yeah. Just keep him right in the face, that'll do it, Jamie. Anyway, ended that with 62 seconds. One win for Slam Dunk. Round 2, here we go. Everyone like that if you possibly can. It's very rare I get a perfect with this character. But it does happen from time to time, but yeah, they went straight over his head. Straight over his head. So again, we go for the classic, just kick him repeatedly in his face. Oh, you had to ruin it for me. There we go. We didn't get perfect, but we should get it. There you go. I'm happy with that. Always difficult. Always. Always puts up a tough fight, that one. It's always great to get it out of the way first time. Okay, I'm going to move over to the C64, and this gives me the opportunity to try out my tape deck, which I bought about 3 years ago, but unfortunately I haven't used it in that time. It's still in its box. But it should work perfectly. It's in good nick. So anyway, we're going to fire out a few games. Let's see how it performs. So there we go. As you can tell by the box there, we are using the HD video converter for a starting point. But anyway, hopefully this will work. Brilliant. Okay, make a cup of tea. Now my original idea was to capture on the C64, or the full-size C64, or the C64 Maxi, whatever you want to call it, but I realised can't do it. The reason why you can't do it is there's not enough connectors. Basically, if you're going onto the Ossc, you have one HDMI, which is the RF out, the red and green and blue connectors, and one SCART cable. So yes, you probably could connect it with a HDMI, but you then haven't got the way of going out of it to capture it. So yeah, basically the Ossc is pretty much for RGB mostly, which is why I'm using the original C64 now, using a SCART cable. And that's the way to go. Okay, this is Delta. I have to admit, I've not played it on the C64 as a tape for quite some time. Brilliant game though. Start the game off with 3 lives and very, very slow spaceship and low rate of fire. Now you upgrade your weapons by defeating packs of enemies in each section. Now each level is broken down into multiple sections, and the more you kill in that section, the more weapons are available to you. Defeat 1 pack of enemy, you get a 1 in the bottom left corner. Pick up the icon, and that gives you more speed. Kill 2 enemies in that area, you get a 2, pick up that 1, improves your rate of fire. Kill 3 enemies in that section, and you get a 3 in the box, pick up that 1, improves your sideways and your rear firing. Pick up the 4th one, which is the most I've ever done. In the amount of times I've played this game, it improves your forward firing, which is brilliant. But again, they're all limited. Even your speed and your rate of fire will downgrade over time. So if you keep on your toes, you're going to pick up 1 at a time. Right, we're going to move over to the Ossc in a moment. Skip past this level. Now I've got a 2, so we'll go for an improved rate of fire. There we go. It's brilliant. Superb. Absolutely superb game. According to the earn additional lives. Boom. Right, so we're going to plug in the Ossc. Okay, I'm getting there, but I have to admit, I'm struggling with this one. I can't seem to capture the C64. It's there, but it's not displaying it. Now, this is probably taking me about 10, maybe 15 minutes. And I don't know if it's going to be possible, this one. Format not supported. No signal. Format not supported. Oh, okay. So this is what keeps happening. I keep coming up with no signal and format not supported. So I do wonder if it's not going to be possible to capture the C64. Because on the Amiga, you're using RGB. Now bear in mind, I am using the SCART. I'm guessing it doesn't recognise it. So what I'm going to do, to put an end to this video, we're going to move over to the CD32 and give that a whirl. And just assume that that will work, because that will be RGB. So, yeah, move over. Thinking about it. There you go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect, because of course the CD32 is RGB. Now in here I've got a compilation CD. I'm just going to fire that up and see how it looks. But this is now on the Ossc. Okay, the problem I've got at the moment now is because I've spent so much time trying to capture the C64, I was playing around with all the settings and the buttons on the Ossc, and now every so often it has these little blips. So I've got to try and go back into the manual and try and solve the mystery of the blipping. But hopefully it will be working fine. But anyway, because the CD32 is RGB, it's capturing absolutely superbly well. Now when I bought my second Amiga CD32, on eBay, the seller kindly gave me a lot of these compilation discs, and this is one of them. And this one has been played to absolute death. What I love about it is not only has it got lots and lots of games, but also it's got lots of animations and demos, which just play randomly and then go around in a loop. But also, great music as well. Now this is capturing on the Ossc. I'm going to make myself a cup of tea. I'm going to play a few of these demos and see how they perform. But yeah, the music I'm going to include here is on the disc as well. It's brilliant. So, why not? A little bit of microcosm. Superb game. We'll do a few more games. We'll put an end to this video. Okay, so the game, this is Microcosm. Time is running out for corporate Wargle Tyrone Horsby. A microscopic probe, Grey M, has been injected into his bloodstream by rival corporation Axiom. A probe with every beat of his heart is homing in on his brain to execute its diabolical mission, Total Mind Control. Your mission, track down and destroy the intruder. Using the latest in micro-submersible technology, you'll navigate through the strange and menacing world of veins, arteries and organs inside his body, headed for the final confrontation with Grey M. Microcosm blows apart the barriers between movies and video games. And this is superb. This is the first game I got on the C32 with the Voyager pack. It's brilliant. But anyway, this is running on the Ossc, and I have to apologise about this video. It has been a little bit dark. But the trouble is, I've been playing around a lot of these settings, and now I've really messed up the colour. But I have gone into the settings, and I have put it back to factory settings, so hopefully it looks okay. But anyway, how's it performing here? This game is brilliant. Hard as nails though. Never actually finished it though. But anyway, looks great my end. How does it look from here? Looks superb. And also, if you're adding the grey lines, or the scan lines, that does actually make the screen a little bit more darker. Okay, so what I've done for this section is I've actually zoomed in a little bit more. Now also, if you're going to add the scan lines, I have noticed, even though this is a very dark game, it's quite difficult to see. It also does make the screen darker. But yes, for this I've had to make it brighter because, yeah, I completely messed up the settings. But again, I've actually zoomed in. Hopefully it looks okay. But yeah, that's been a bit of an issue with this video. The footage has been far too dark. But anyway, it looks brilliant. It looks fantastic. Sounds great on my headphones.
Have a nice day.
I will do. Thank you. There you go. All that. Superb. My favourite track in this game. Right, so this level is a dark level, which is why we're doing this one as a tryout. And I've gone through some of the settings on both the Elgato and the Ossc. And hopefully now the game is a little bit more brighter. Because, yes, editing this video, I'm realising that a lot of the game footage I've done today is too dark. So part of me is thinking about going back and redoing it, and part of me is thinking just edit it on the editor. But the trouble is, if I do it that way, then yes, it's going to make the footage lighter. But also it's going to affect my webcam. It's going to make me look like I'm a ghost. Right, anyway, this game is superb. Absolutely outstanding, and it sounds fantastic. But anyway, hopefully now it's not as dark. But yes, I do apologise about the problems with how dark these games have been today. But yeah, again, I'm sort of learning as I go. But yeah, there's a lot of things I'm still not sure about. There's a lot to read through. A lot of settings. But anyway, there's no way on this earth this level's going to get completed today anyway, because there's actually a little bit of flaws in the system here. Now, even though I'm using the CD32, I'm not using the CD32 controller or my monster joystick. I'm using my zip stick. And the trouble is, this game needs more than one button. You need another button to use the smart bombs, and you also need another button that allows your spaceship to transport to other areas of the level. And what you've got to try and do is basically you've got to go everywhere. So you do need to use that button. Otherwise, you just keep going around in the same loop all the time. The trouble is, if you keep doing that, you ain't going to get anywhere. So yeah, you can't complete it. But then it's very, very rare I get to a boss battle. It takes a lot of work to get there. A lot of dodging skills. Basically, these enemies hardly ever miss. They're so accurate. Yes, you can move around all over the place and avoid getting hit. The trouble is, you're not killing many enemies. So if you're not killing many enemies, you don't get much score. They also do get additional weapons as well, which is located on the right side of the screen. But again, I can't select them, because again, I'm not using the right joystick or controller. So yes, the lady's telling me warning. I know, I'm bad. I'm in a bad way right now. Even with a shield, it doesn't make this game any easier. However, it's a work of art. It's superb. There we go. Right, going to go on to one more game. I'm going to put an end to this video. Jamie, if you die too. Okay, final game for this video, Reshoot R. Superb game, came out in 2019. Okay, so the game is Reshoot R on the C32, the final game of this video. A shoot-up game by Richard Lowerston, pixels by Kevin Saunders, music sound effects by Martin Arman, capturing a Elgato AC60 using the Ossc, no grid lines in place, keep it simple, and it looks superb. No lag whatsoever on the TV, nice and smooth and responsive, and sounds fantastic on my headphones. Brilliant. You're the space pilot Irene. A star storm got hold of your R1 spaceship and sent you far away into the universe. Darkness, unconsciousness, and recovery. You realise you got lost in an unknown territory. Well, almost unknown. The star constellation indicates you might have entered the TARS Space Nebula. Home of the evil TARS fleets. You have to fight to survive again. And that was all to read. We're doing it. But anyway, this game is superb. I cannot fault it. It looks fantastic on my TV. On the PC, I'm not so sure, but I'm definitely learning a lot more about this Ossc, and I'm glad it's a lot more brighter now. But of course, there's still a lot more I need to learn, but I'm definitely getting there, but it's definitely looking a lot better than it was at the start of the video. But anyway, this game, you start things off with very basic weapons and very basic speed. Basically, when your R1 is blue, you're at the basics point. Basically, one hit and you're going to die. Pick up weapons along the way, and speed along the way, and increase them, and allow you to take more hits. The more hits you can take, the more weapons you need, which is located at the top right corner of the screen next to your high score. It's small, but it is there. But anyway, keep an eye on that. Basically, when you're yellow, you're maxed out. So yes, you have the best speed and the best weapons. But yes, one hit, you lose a speed up and a power up. Take more hits, eventually you're going to downgrade, and yeah, instant kill. But anyway, you don't have any continues until you get to level 3. So yeah, if you die on level 1 or 2, I think this is correct, you go back to the start. After that, you get continues. But it's superb, cannot fault it. At the moment of time, I'm not maxed out yet, but we're certainly getting there. And you can also get multipliers, and also you can get a wave bonus, killing all the enemies in the pack. With waves, we say. There's a boss battle at the end of every level. There's not many levels in this game, but they are quite long. And also you do get sections halfway through the level where it will stop and you get like a little midway boss. Watch out for the escalations. That means the boss battles are on the scene. But anyway, brilliant.
Escalation.
Right, boss battle time. Unfortunately, my CD32 crashed. I desperately do need to get it recapped in the near future. But anyway, boss time. And again, looks, sounds amazing. It really does. Okay, it's like a meteorite with tentacles and an eyeball on each end. But watch out for the falling debris fall over the top. But again, like I say, it's just so responsive. There's no delay whatsoever, no lag. It's just so well done. It's instant. I know it's not instant on the PC, but on the TV, there's no delay whatsoever. As soon as I press left, it goes left. There's no delay. So there we go. Boom and pow. Superb. There you go. Brilliant.
Escalation.
Second boss. Escalation. Pick up whatever you can. Even though I didn't technically need it, we get him anyway. But again, looks so good. So good. Right, we've maxed out on the weapons front. Alright, basically, shoot both ends. Watch out for the laser in the middle. When we hit by that, that will be an instant kill, I'm sure it was, whether you're maxed out or not. Again, it just plays so well. Really magnificent. There we go, another boom boom pow! So good. So good!
Escalation.
Okay, we're still going.
Speed up.
Okay, last bit of footage for this video. Okay, we're on the boss. And again, it looks so good. Amazing artwork by Kevin Saunders. Absolutely superb work. Anyway, hopefully it looks okay. Hopefully it's performing okay. Anyways, keep these enemies at bay. Maxed out on the weapons front, but maxed out on the speeding front. There we go. Score is pretty good as well, and the CD32 is hanging in there as well, because it does definitely need to be recapped. It's definitely going to get done in the future, absolutely so. It's never been recapped in its life. Right, shoot the air out, which is not always open. Again, it looks so good. Alright, go for it. With this weapon we should be fine. This boss makes an appearance again on a later level. Come on, mate. No energy bar, unfortunately. Right, must be it now, surely. There you go, pow! Superb! Amazing! And so is this Ossc. Tremendous. Well, there you go, that's the end of my video. Okay, everybody, that's the end of my video. I'm really tickled pink with this. It's absolutely outstanding. Yes, it was pricey, £150 I spent. But anyway, I think it all depends on what game capture you're using. But yes, lag. There isn't any lag on the TV. But when you're capturing it, depending on what you're capturing with, yes, you're probably going to get some. Unless you're a smarty pants. And I'm not a smarty pants. I'm sure I can probably eliminate the lag somehow. There's quite a lot of settings. But anyway, that's more than enough footage. I was hoping to get some more systems thrown into this video, but I had a blast. But it's Amiga and CD32. Anyway, this is Jamie Ward's Games. Please like, comment, share, please subscribe to my channel, visit my page, visit on Twitch. There's something more games you find fairly easy. Please remember to click the bell icon and notify you visit live visit it. Release of videos, do professional content, teach, have baby making, and live streams in Friday night. You can time event cards. How about the week? Ciao, bye. See ya. And see how it performs. There we go. Boo pow. Okay, this is... Okay, so the game is Silkworm on Amiga, and I'm capturing it with the Elgato HD60 at standard quality and with the OSSD. Jamie Ossc. There we go, next on the list. Oh, it's one way round, Jamie. Like I say, I don't think it's going to be the lag I'm going to be solving here. It's going to be anything else I'm doing. Okay, Banshee. Haven't played this for quite some time, actually. It's good fun. Love it. And of course, this is the AGA version, and this is running through the OSSC. And I've left the grey lines. What are they called again? I've lost my remote again. I keep losing my remote. Okay, so the game is Banshee. Haven't played this for a while. Good fun. Brilliant. This is the OCC. I don't know what you're going to say, Jamie. I don't know what you're going to say there. But you made a mistake. I know that for a definite fact. Okay, so the game is Banshee. I haven't played this for a while. Superb. This is the OSS. Jamie, it's AGA, you imbecile. This is the AGA version running on the OSSC. That's what you meant to say, you nincompoop. Right. Okay, this is Banshee. Superb game. I've played it for a while. This is the AGA version on the Jamie, it's the AGA version capturing on the No, that's wrong as well. That's two mistakes. Right, hold on. Right, it's around here somewhere. I think it's this. Yeah. Ouch! Right. It's only for once. Oh my lord! Gets me every single time. Every time. Oh, you see, every time. Use your weapon, you dead meats. Oh, it can change so quickly. Ugh, every time it gets me. But yeah, these rocks are for all costs. The purple areas, you're okay. It's crashed. Right, I need to get my CD32 recapped. Definitely. We'll see how it performs. I have to admit, I've played the CD version a lot more, and I've always preferred that. What happened there? Hey, what is going on here? What's going on? Why is it...